sports.
It's good, Q. Ain't cuss around a baby. Yeah, man, nervous now. Now the mama watching. What you wearing, bro? What you wearing? Like, I just was asking, man. The only reason I'm asking my brother is because now I want to put on, like, all orange or something. You know what I'm saying? go.
Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 6th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Texas. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And there's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Across the 40 now. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
He's past the marker and still going. They stop at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
That's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who was on that '98 national championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you think about the Tennessee Vols.
And the Volunteers line up on 1st and 10 now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Sampson. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a 4th down call. The ball is hustled to the line to run the hurry up. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Complete with the running back. But can he get there? They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Boy, a risky decision here to go for it inside the red zone on fourth down, and you come up with a first down. I love that aggressive approach. Let's see if they can come up with a touchdown here to finish off this drive.
The ball's looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. Back in motion now. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Texas. He's going to score. An electrifying play by this returner. Takes it the length of the field to the house in a conference championship game.
You know, Chris, I don't know if there's anything that can affect momentum as much as a kickoff return all the way back for a touchdown. It gets everybody fired up. Now you've got the stadium behind you. Your offense and defense will respond. This could be a game-changing opportunity for them.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Ball handed off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Scanning the field. It's Sampson. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, the reality with any screen pass is they usually take a little bit of time to develop. And though they often can hit big, sometimes they take too long to cook up, and sometimes you can get sacked.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there, had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route, just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll give it to the back. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Second down, looking to throw it. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And the wideout goes in motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Hoffman. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The Longhorns will have to kick it away. Finally, the first punt of the game, hoping to pin them back deep. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here comes a handoff. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirectional counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards on 1st down.
That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. 2nd down after the incompletion. They'll run it here. Defense will make the stop, and will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Longhorns moving quickly down the field here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. There's the snap, quarterback setting up to throw. Here's the target, and it's complete. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid game.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Longhorns hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Finds his man, has the first down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Looking for the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Makes a quick grab. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
A completion makes it second and short. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes a quick catch. Powerful running into the secondary. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends, they're really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You could see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. So after the momentum shifts, Kirk, we are now dead even in this football game.
Chris, don't you have that feeling that which quarterback is going to have the ball last is going to be the offense, and the guy that has a chance to win this game may be going back and forth all game?
And they tack on the extra point. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. The back's got it. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. The defense setting up to go against this heavy formation. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going to take off. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a 4th down decision coming up. The defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. They do it for a second time. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Here's a first down, not wasting any time after that conversion on 4th. He'll take a deep shot. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
short throw complete to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made on the left side. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Looking to throw it again. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here.
Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much on the return, but the important thing, the takeaway snuffs out the scoring threat. Big play.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
He'll take a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. Stopped at the 49. And the Vols looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Looking to pass. It's Sampson. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Promising start to the drive, but now 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. The 30, inside the 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, how about the safety here? Just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback. And then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception. And I love that he's got the speed in the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
And the extra point was up and good. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. The pocket breaking down. And the defense says not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. It's like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Tried for a big play there as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick this away to begin the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense takes the field. A pop pass on the jet sweep. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. This offense continues to roll. You wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
Caught quickly. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Chris, it's a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
Quick throw caught on the left side. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll give it to the running back. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. It's a new set of downs, and it's first and goal for the offense. They'll give it to the back. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. Here's the second down play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. He'll hand it off. The gain moves the ball to the 34. The Volunteers come up to the line in a hurry up. And third and short, they hand the ball off. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. To the air. It's Sampson. A 4th down completion to the running back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. And the Volunteers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. No huddle here for the offense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Using his legs on the scramble. In the clear at the 25. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The balls pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's brought down there.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
He's past the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. The Longhorns are in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal. Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And the quarterback dropping back. And it's intercepted, the last thing they could afford. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Handoff in a single back formation. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? On the run, it's Wells. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it second and medium. Looking to throw. It's Sampson. Running back grabs it on a screen. They've got it, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The balls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to scramble. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And he'll go down after a solid gain, more than enough for a first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down after that previous play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second down now after the sack. Back to throw. It's Sampson. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. The pass rush closing in. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And the Vols hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. The Volunteers come to the line with first and goal. He's going to hand this off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
It is tough to run the football inside his 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Volunteers. This offense cannot be stopped. Here we go. It's what you hope for. 4th quarter, 1-possession game, conference championship on the line.
You know, these conference championship games sometimes can be so unpredictable. 1 minute you're up by a couple scores, then all of a sudden you have a stalled possession or a turnover, and the pendulum shifts in favor of the opposing team. It's feeling like that might be happening late in this game.
Deciding to go for 2, trying to cut this lead to a field goal late in the game. Back to throw. It's Sampson. And this is caught. Could be an important 2-point conversion to get within a field goal here in the late stages. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Well, this is definitely not the time to get cute as an offense and as a play caller. This defense is thirsty for any kind of big play at all to try to create a turnover. So just keep it on the ground and play smart.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. 2nd down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
1st down here for this offense. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Runs through the defender. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Now a late timeout is taken, 6 seconds showing on the clock. Fresh set of downs for the offense, 1st down. Defense not pressing this time. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. The offense will try to recover now. It's 2nd and 12. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for his back. Catch made on the out route. So they make the tackle, what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, they can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of